Okay guys, so I absolutely had to make this video. This lightsaber's too cool not to. And also, I had quite a few problems, well not particularly bad problems, but things I just didn't understand about the lightsaber. And YouTube itself didn't have many guides, so I thought I'd make my own. And yeah, so here is the, well, I'd like to call it the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. But this is the SABERFORGE Prodigal Son Mk2. It's a pretty beautiful lightsaber. We've got the thin neck. Not exactly made for dual. On their website it says made for dueling, but I personally wouldn't, just because I'm scared of breaking this part right here. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's completely screen accurate. In fact, it's probably far from. It's very close to what the design is, but as you can see, most of this is all chrome, and in the movies it's brushed chrome. And also, if you're any lightsaber fan, you'll know about the ridges here. These aren't all even in the movie. They're actually very different. But yeah, I think it does look cooler when it's even more satisfying. And you've got the top here, which is like a rose gold on this lightsaber. This is actually meant to be like a copper, more than a rose gold. But I still think it's pretty cool, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. But yeah, this is the lightsaber. So, as you can see here, you've got these little lights. That actually shows when it's off completely. You want to press the ignition once to turn it on, to get it into standby mode. We'll do that.
Ominous.
So, ominous, that's the audio center got it on. There you go. Now it's got the blinking lights. This is great because the Mark 1 didn't have these blinking lights, and now it does, which is good. So, normally I'd have the blade plug in. This is just a big gap at the moment. So the one I'd have in is this here. Quite easy and simple to put in. You literally just slot it in. This is the one that you actually buy though, so it doesn't come with the lightsaber itself. The one it comes with to protect it is this right here, which is the default one. So you'd find the holes here and then line it up with this part here, which is where the Allen key goes. So we can get that right. There you go. So you'd slot it in like this, line up the holes. There, and then you'd use the Allen key, which is on my bed, right here, and then tighten it up on there. But I'm not going to do that now because I want to put the blade in. But that's just to protect you from dust and anything really. So it's good to have these blade plugs just so you don't damage your lightsaber. So this lightsaber I got in Hero Edition, which is the best edition you can get. And I got it with NeoPixel as well, which means there's no LEDs in this blade. It's all completely in the hilt. It's all completely in the blade. So much like the Disney lightsabers, where you can't remove the blade, it's the same as those. Like even these still look cool. But I'll show a proper comparison with these ones. And as you can see, I've got 3 of them there. So we'll actually do a test: £150 lightsabers versus the £570 one. We don't talk about that. We carry on. God, their price tag was hefty, but I think it's worth it. I've wanted this lightsaber for like 3 or 4 years now, so it's kind of it's been saved up from many Christmases, so I've been waiting for this. Now, before I put the blade in, if you want to change audio sounds, all you have to do on the ignition here, which is right here, if I actually take this off, you can show the button. Got it right there, that little button. With these lightsabers, there's normally 2 buttons. There's the ignition and the one that controls everything, but this one only has 1. So, which is quite annoying. I would like to have 2, but you know, it is what it is. Just to make it a bit easier. But yeah, there is 25 different sound presets. I'm not going to go through all of them in this video. If you want that, I'll make a new video for it. But yeah, there's a lot of sound effects and there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of repeat ones as well, though. Obviously, more is better than less. So we're just going to cycle through to the Prodigal Son sound effect, which will sync up with the lightsaber itself, the Prodigal Son. So we'll go to that. So you just hold it down.
The Master.
Cyber Assassin.
Balance.
Fulcrum. Prodigal Son.
Okay, there you go. There's our Prodigal Son. So now I will install the blade. And also, if you want to cycle backwards through effects, all you have to do is turn it upside down.
Fulcrum.
And it will go back. And then turn it this way.
Prodigal Son.
Back to Prodigal Son. So it's quite easy to go through the list of sound effects. So now we'll get this blade in. So when I first got this, I was being very stupid, and I thought all you had to do was put the blade in like this, and it would work. If I was to ignite it now, it actually would not work at all. All you actually have to do is put the blade in all the way, and then twist clockwise until you feel it lodge in. There you go, right there. And now it'll actually work. And make sure, just before you actually turn the blade on, you want to put the Allen key in, and then turn clockwise just a tiny bit, but don't do it too tight, otherwise you'll damage the bottom of the blade. Right, there's good. And then we can actually turn it on. Prodigal Son, this should be green. There we go. So as you can hear the smooth swing. Now if you want to get some of the effects, you press down once on the ignition, just to get the blast off bolt effect. There you go. And if you want to get the blade clash, you hold down for half a second, let go, then press once. There you go. And if you want to cancel it, press it just once again. And it will go away or fade away. And then you don't have to press anything for this. This is the stab effect. So literally you just twist and stab. And you can see the end of the tip of the blade is making a weird effect. I don't understand this one completely, but it's cool. And now another cool thing is the melt effect. So you use exactly the same as the blade clash. But all you want to do is point the saber down. So you want to hold the ignition for half a second, let go, press it once, let go. Just like that, and that'll stay on. So this is like, if you're like trying to melt through something, so on a wall, right there. Now that is a pretty damn cool thing. Now I don't know if you just heard that, but the lightsaber told me voltage critical, so which means low battery. But it's actually a very good thing it says that, because I would not know when to charge it, because there's actually no indicator of how battery full it is. It would be good to have some sabers like Saber Trio, or I think it's just Saber Trio that I've seen. They actually have a mode where the saber will ignite to a level of the battery percentage, which would be cool to have on this one, but it sadly doesn't. But at least it tells you when. And another thing that I wish they did is when you charge it, it would be cool to these flashing lights, right? So if you used to plug it in when it's charging, just have it stay flashing red while it's charging. When it's fully charged, go green. It's a simple thing you'd think, but it's not. When you plug it in, there's no indicator whether it actually is charging. So my first charge, I was hoping that it would fully charge and not be a faulty lightsaber, but luckily it does charge. Okay, so it's a new day now, and after 20, maybe 21 hours of charging, I found out something with this lightsaber. So the only cue that it will give you when it's fully charged is it will actually just turn on randomly. It will go into standby mode, it will say the audio cue that it's already set to, and that will be it. And then they will end up going back to the lights off. So there is kind of a cue. If you miss it, then you won't know. But I'd say around 20 hours of charging, and then you're all good to go with this lightsaber. But I was actually quite happy when I found that out, because I didn't know that before. I only charged it for 12 hours before. So these take a lot of time to charge. Okay, now I can move on to the comparisons. So obviously this lightsaber versus the 3 Disney lightsabers. So we'll do that now. We'll start off with, I'd say, Yoda, a good green, because I'm pretty sure this is already set to green. So it's actually not that dark in my room at the moment. This is the darkest I'm going to get it, as there's still light peeking through. But I can imagine these look even better in a pitch black room. But we'll start off with the Yoda lightsaber. It's Disney. Okay. So it's quite quiet compared to this one anyway. Still looks good on camera, like the blade. And now we've got the SABERFORGE. So yeah, you can see there's quite a big difference, and especially with sound. See that smooth swing? You get one, well, I'm clearly not left-handed, but you get sort of one swing, but with this you get all around. Yeah, that's beautiful. So that's the greens kind of colour match here. Can't really tell pretty well. Yeah, any closer it's hard to pick up, but definitely from far you can tell this one is just much brighter and much cooler sounding. Now we've got Luke's blue lightsaber from A New Hope. There's the blue. Still quite nice. I prefer the sound on this one compared to the Yoda. They're similar, but there's definitely a little difference. And then you got the SABERFORGE. Wow. There's a flicker effect on this at the moment. I don't know if I like it. It kind of hurts my eyes, but it's still pretty cool. See the difference there? Yeah, the blues. Yeah, this is so nice. See, that's the thing with these planes. All they can do is this. Like, that is it. You got a little bit of a swing. But these, they've got blast bolts. You got stab. If it wants to work. And you got your blade clash. So right there. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. Right, now we'll move on to the Darth Vader. Now this is the Darth Vader one. There's not really a sound on this lightsaber that's that close to Darth Vader, which is quite sad. But I can install it myself. But yeah, it's a bit weird actually that wouldn't include the Darth Vader sound effect. But I went for the closest one, which is a wannabe Darth Vader, which is Kylo Ren, which is also the coolest effect of this blade. So let's do that now. Darth Vader first. So the red's kind of weak on this. For the Disney lightsaber, it looks more like a dull orange. And the sound is not great. Doesn't sound like Darth Vader. But the hilt, you buy these for the hilts, to be honest. They are nice. But and here is the SABERFORGE. Wow, that is a difference. That's the biggest difference between all of them. It's just pathetic when you compare them. Yeah, you got that unstable effect. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, big difference there. Okay, so that's the main colours. They're the only three lightsabers I got to compare them with. Only. Now, to conclude this little review, I'll just show you the difference between the hilts, the sizes mainly. You got the Darth Vader one here, which is quite a bulky hilt to house all the electronics, and then you got this, which is just so much thinner, as you can see. Like even this Luke Skywalker one is thinner than the Yoda, which you really would not expect. It's not as long, but look there. This one's thicker than this one. I don't understand how they fit everything into this so well. And there's even a version of this lightsaber where you can actually get a crystal inside here, and it's still the same size. I'm pretty sure. That one would have been cool, but it's like an extra £200, and I've already spent enough on this. But I'm also scared of breaking the crystal inside as well. So I can imagine it's a lot easier to break. But yeah, so that was the review of the Prodigal Son SABERFORGE Hero Edition. Mark 2. Bigger mouthful of a title. But yeah, this is a beautiful saber. A lot of people don't recommend SABERFORGE. For me, it took around 6 months for this to get here, which is actually good in COVID times, because some people waited longer than that. Some people wait years for the lightsaber. And I'm really happy with them. They responded to all my emails pretty damn quickly. A lot of people have really terrible experience with them. I don't know why, but yeah, they're alright with me. And I warn you now, this was my bad anyway. If you're in the UK and you want one of these, you will have to pay a big import charge. It says it in the terms and agreements, but I just didn't read those like every normal human, and I had to pay quite a big sum to get this shipped over. So if you're in the UK, yeah, that import charge is gonna mess you up a little bit. So yeah, well, hope you enjoyed. That's my review. Peace.